how do I turn musicians into artists? We have to create our own process, our own box, our own memories of things that worked for us before. That's up to us to reconfigure and redefine what success means. My name is Vinx Parrett, and I've been doing this for a long, long time. Your life is your song. Your process of using your life and processing your life, that's your art form. That's what you do. You might write it down, you might paint it, you might sing it, you might dance it. But the source is the same that makes you unique and different from everyone else. Every picture, every sculpture, every trinket, every gift from a fan is a whole nother story that keeps me grounded, and it's kind of like strangely my life in a room, and I want to share that with you. What I do differently when you come work with me, I love it because what I do, you're not going to find it in the books. You know, I'm not going to tell you about somebody else's theory. I'm going to help you discover the theory that you already have. All you can do is be as you as possible. That's usually never wrong. You know, and if you try to be somebody else, then they're not going to buy it.
No, I'm not really busy.
On the first day, I immediately understood what this was going to be. Just by listening to him, like everything he said, the way he presented, like certain truth, like the song is a bed. I've never heard that before, and that gave me a whole different perspective of what a song could be. And he also talked about how it's a conversation. That was for me like the real cue, because from that moment I understood that you don't plan conversations, you just listen.
You do. Every day you compose on the spot.
Not
You talk to somebody, you talk to somebody every day. And you don't know what you're going to say until you decide to say it.
These simple two truths opened up my ability, like my understanding of songwriting, music writing, co-writing with someone, improvising.
Vinx's knowledge, oh my goodness, just the wealth of knowledge that he has. It's been really, really beneficial for me.
Inanimate object, one of my all-time favorites. Inanimate objects. Greatest stories ever to be told can come from an inanimate object, because it's the only thing that was there your entire life. It was there. Ticking clock when you come home late, it knows you're late.
Pardon, s'il vous plaît, je n'ai pas.
As an artist already, you know, I have different thoughts, different desires about where I want to go, and this boot camp has really, really helped me a lot.
Everything in our life is music. All we are is translators. Music, as I told you earlier, is just a language. That's all it is. It's just a language. You know, just because you know a bunch of big words and quick licks, you got no story to tell, it's worthless, usually.
He said that music is a language, and I agree with him, and that nothing's really scripted. You don't like plan what you're gonna say in the moment. I mostly play guitar, but I'm surrounded a lot with vocalists, and something that I struggle with guitar is, you know, I can think of some ideas, but I don't necessarily know where to go from there. And I find that a lot of the vocalists here are very experimental and kind of follow their instinct.
Being able to see everybody's different perspectives and the different ways that people create art everybody thinks about songwriting and music so differently. I think the center point of it all is actually empowering artists and giving them permission to really discover their own voice and their own unique creative vibe and energy, and showing them the value of that as opposed to trying to be something else in this industry.
Ce que j'aime particulièrement avec Vinx, c'est la façon qu'il a de présenter ses propres histoires, qui nous donne à nous la permission de l'écrire de la façon qu'on avait prévue au début.
You're going to learn that and give yourself permission to be yourself, because you earned it. That's all you got. That's all you got control of. The industry's going to change. Fashion changes. Fashion must change in order to be fashionable. If you're chasing what you think fashion is, by the time you catch it, that's old.
Vinx has this way of being unfiltered and completely himself.
Oh, I thought I was going to be insulting, but clearly, you know, I'm nowhere near that buffoonery.
Which makes everyone else comfortable to do the same. You don't feel like you're walking on eggshells or you know, being careful how something comes out. You know, you just, all you have to do is be yourself.
Primero porque yo creo que un mentor no lo hace lo que conoce una persona, sino la presencia. Y la presencia de Vinx es súper fuerte. Todo lo que puede enseñar con solamente hacer música es inimaginable, pero también da muchísimos recursos de cómo comprender la música, cómo soltarse, empezar a compartir de una manera real, auténtica.
Some people, it's just the smile and the presence that's engaging. Other people, it's their ability to go deep in their own head and release this puzzle piece that is a blast and a challenge and an inspiration to decode. So we're all different, and that's what makes us special. One of my favorite things is when I gather young artists and old artists of all ages and expert levels to come in and work with each other, learn how to write with co-partners, learn how to teach a band, learn how to dig deeper to the meaning of your songs. Where did it come from? That's important. You earn those perspectives. So it's my job to get you guys together and work towards a language of music that you have in common. To share all that with artists who don't feel that they're allowed to be themselves, you know, that's what I do. I am the best kept secret I know, and I'm okay with that. And I want you to embrace your own selves. And that's what I teach best, is how to turn a musician into an artist. It's not about the notes, it's what about you got to say.